Hey everybody, it's Morrissadead, Undead Horde Hunter. I'm a level 85 in the Hydraxis realm in World of Warcraft. And today I wanted to do a video to help all the beginner hunters entering the game. This video is called How Not to Be a Huntard. If you go in a game for any length of time and you are a hunter, you're going to hear that name. And it's the name that other classes give hunters who don't know how to play their class properly and piss a lot of people off. I don't want you beginning hunters to be called a huntard. That's an awful name. It's horrible. But the way to prevent being called a huntard is to know how to play a hunter the right way. And that's what I'm here to help you for. So let's begin. First thing you should do, if you haven't already done these things, go ahead and do them. Go to your interface on your game console and click on where it says action bars. You'll see boxes that are not checked. Check all of them. This will give you extra action bars to put your abilities. And then go to your spell book and whatever abilities you've learned and you've been given, just click and drag them over to your action bars, and that way you'll have them at your fingertips. You can put them in any order you want. The way that I did it was all of the ranged abilities I will put on the bottom action bar, and above that all the stuff for melee. And I spliced that up with different things like different traps like frost trap and freeze trap. I put those on the other side. And then you get an action bar like on the far right. I used that for all my pet stuff. So that was my arrangement, but again, you can do whatever you like. Become very familiar with each ability, what they do, and especially how much focus they take away from you while you're using them. Some of them don't take very much focus, some of them take a lot more, and some of them actually put your focus back. I recommend coming up with a rotation that you can go through your rotation and your focus is not going to be drained. Do a couple of things that take the focus away, and then do something after that to put the focus right back. For example, use steady shot and then arcane, which takes the focus away. That's a big, that's a big drainer right there, arcane shot, because it does a lot of damage. But then after that, use either steady shot again or cobra shot, which is even better. So you use one ability that puts the focus in place, one ability that takes it away, and one that puts it back. So you'll always have it. Let's see. Oh, if you go into a dungeon, make sure that you take the growl ability on your pet off. It's there on your action bar. You just click on it, and that way your pet isn't going to take all the aggro. If you do not take it off, as soon as you fire a shot at the mob, your pet's going to go racing to the front where the tank is and become the tank. And whoever the tank is that night is going to be pissed off at you because you just made his job 100 times harder. So turn off the growl before you go in the dungeon, and that way he won't have any reason to bitch at you. When you're in the dungeon, know your strength. Your strength is to stand back and do your damage. You do not, under any circumstances, melee. I'm serious. Just if someone tries to melee you, use disengage, jump back, and then hit with your ranged weapon. You don't melee unless you absolutely have to. But if you're a good hunter, you don't have to at all. You can just jump back and keep away from the mob. And if your tank isn't doing his job and the mobs are on you, just queue up for another dungeon and get the hell out of there. One thing you should be aware of, some hunters make a very common mistake, and are called huntards because they do stupid things like using multi-shot in a dungeon. Please be aware that if you use multi-shot, I understand you may have a good heart, you just want to do a lot of damage for your group, but you're draining your focus with that ability. It takes a lot of your focus away, number one. Number two, because you're doing the most damage, the mob is going to be attacking you. They're going to come after you, and you're going to have all kinds of mob on you. And that's not good because we're not built to handle all that free. You know, it's just, you don't want the mob's complete attention. You want to do your damage, but you don't want to, A, drain your focus, B, be the center of the mob's attention, and C, you don't want to die. Because then you'd be called a huntard. You'd be dead. And also, don't wear your PvP gear in a dungeon. That's just a bad idea. There's two sets of gear. There's PvE, which is like regular questing dungeon gear, and then there's battleground gear. And to tell the difference between the two, you look on your gear, if anything on it says resilience, it's battleground gear, and you should not be wearing that in a dungeon. Why? Because the healer will have a fit. They won't be able to heal you properly. It's going to piss them off. So don't wear PvP gear in a dungeon. Don't use multi-shot. Bad idea. You're just pulling the mob on you and away from the tank, and the tank is built to handle them, and you're not. And just know your role, know your abilities, and know how to use them. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. There are also other videos on YouTube that you can check out that will offer lots of helpful advice. And I hope you guys have a great game, and see you in Warcraft. Bye.